Plays. Back in here with another video, schmidio. I'm looking down because I'm trying to make sure I don't burn myself in the process of burning this. I have a message. I have a message from Spirit that I need to share with the conscious community, spiritual community, whatever you want to resonate with. I have a message, okay? We gotta chill. Our approach sucks. And I'm saying our because I am a part of, ooh, dang you into my eye. I am a part of this problem right now. So I'm taking myself out of the equation because I don't want to be a part of this problem anymore. What is the problem? This ego trip. This ego trip that our teachers, leaders, anybody in that leadership position, I'm noticing that there's a trend of this ego trip. And I can speak on it because it's personal. It's personal for me. So let me just speak for myself. But I am still speaking to those people in the conscious community who know daggone well what I'm talking about. So you can be, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, when you start to become conscious or you start your spiritual journey, whatever you want to resonate with, you wake up. You wake up. You start to see everything around you for what it really is, and you start to feel lonely because you notice that most of the people around you aren't thinking the way that you are. So for me, that frustration turned into a chip on my shoulder and an ego trip. And basically, I started to get up every day and just tell my brothers and sisters, basically, y'all dumb. Like, y'all dumb. Y'all dumb. Y'all are dumb. You don't know this? You're dumb. You don't eat like this? You're dumb. Like, but thinking back on it, when I reflect, because I do a lot of shadow work. Like, I don't know how many of y'all out here doing shadow work, but I do a lot of it. As soon as I start to see myself moving in a way that doesn't resonate with my spirit, it's like, yeah, let's analyze this. Let's figure out why we're doing what we're doing. And for me, I noticed that the reason why I was acting like an asshole for the most part is because it's lonely. It's very lonely at the top when you know what's going on. Like, it's lonely at the top. And my cat is over here climbing bags. Hold on. All right, I'm back. But what I was trying to say is basically, for me, I realized that being at a certain level of knowledge was lonely. It's lonely when you're the only one out of all your peers who thinks a certain way because you've read certain books, blah, 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 and they don't. So that loneliness then turns into resentment. That resentment starts to just turn into negative energy. And that is when that's when I started getting online and basically coming at the spreading knowledge from a dark place. And it's okay to get dark, because honey, I can get dark. I can get dark when it's justified. But for the most part, if you're trying to spread knowledge, why would you do that in an egotistical way if you're trying to actually reach our brothers and sisters? And why would you act like you weren't there at one point? And that's really what I had to understand when I started doing my shadow work, and I'm looking at myself and trying to really understand, like, why are you acting like an asshole to these people? Why are you acting like at one point you weren't there? Why are you acting like at one point you didn't wear weave? You didn't wear lashes. You didn't wear nails. You didn't do all this stuff that you now want your sisters to be off of because you want them to move into their more goddess way of being. And then on top of that, you judging, when life is all about balance. So some of the stuff you judging folks for, you really need to just mind your business. Like, I had to G-check myself. And once I really G-checked myself and really sat with it, I started to see the pattern in a lot of other leaders in the spiritual community. Like, y'all just getting online, just talking cash shit to your brothers and sisters, making them feel more like shit because they don't know what you're talking about. And now they're not going to ask you because you called them dumb. You called them dumb on a status. They're not going to ask you. But this video isn't for me to yell at you guys and be like, you guys are assholes. This video is for me to get you to try to exhibit a certain level of compassion for your brothers and sisters. Realize that folks are battling things that maybe you're not battling. Transparency moment. Okay? These damn doctors, they said I'm supposed to be on medicine for the level of anxiety that I deal with and then the depression that comes with the anxiety. So it's some days I really get up and I don't want to even be up. I just want to sit in the bed, smoke, cry, binge eat, and sit in my mind. And I'll go to my altar. I'll have my crystals. I'll burn my sage. I'll burn my holy sticks. I'll do what I gotta do. And that shit in my head don't go away. It doesn't go away. I have to actively push that out by raising my vibration and all that stuff. But like, if I'm just dealing with anxiety and depression, which had me suicidal at one point, can you imagine what your brothers and sisters are dealing with who are still in the trenches? Like, I'm from the hood, so I can tell you some things. Like, I can really tell you some things. But like, your brothers and sisters are really out here with PTSD, with real life mental health disorders. They cannot process 1,001 words in a couple days. Okay, you over here talking shit to them because they're not reading books when their brain is focused on getting money to survive. You talking shit to people about them not wanting to join a susu because you understand the importance of group economics. However, your brothers and sisters are still in the trenches. Please understand that. They still in the trenches and their brain literally operates a certain way. So you have to figure out how to speak to them. And I'm speaking with passion because Spirit is speaking through me and speaking to me as well. Because I do this a lot. I will come up on this social media shit and I will just like be rude, so rude and so not full of love. And I don't know about you, but my grandma Blaze, she was like the glue of the family before she died. That woman constantly speaks to me and tells me everything can be fixed with love. Love is the highest vibration. Like, and she was that, I'm telling you, that woman was, she loved everybody, but she still will give you that backhand, and she would still let you know what needs to be known in a harsh way, but still always make sure that you felt love. And I know that's why I'm here. I know I'm here to lay that pen down with the knowledge, as well as do it with love. Show people what love really looks like, because y'all really don't know what love is. I'm sorry, y'all don't know what love is. And it's gotten to the point where I feel like some of y'all really don't want to know. Some of y'all in this conscious community have just gotten stuck in the knowledge, spiritual shit, and you ain't trying to even connect to your fellow human being at this point. And that's sad. That's sad. You shouldn't make any way of life make you act like that. So if you're watching this video and you know what I'm talking about. I encourage you to G-check yourself. Stop acting like an asshole to people because they not vegan. Stop acting like an asshole to people because they didn't read the books that you've read so far. Stop doing that shit. Put the knowledge down. I understand being frustrated, but you cannot wake up every day and call people stupid. Basically, like every day, you basically calling people stupid. You may not come out your mouth and say y'all are stupid, but them conniving, condescending statuses and posts that you make, like, that is not making nobody feel good about themselves. It's not. So it's not a booger, I promise. So if you want to help, G-check yourself, figure out why you're so angry about the fact that people don't want to listen to you. Sit with that and come back at this with a different angle, because history has shown yelling and screaming at niggas is not going to work, especially grown niggas. They're not just going to do what you tell them to do just because you tell them to do it. So why don't you show them the benefits of living a certain lifestyle? And that's why I'm here. Like, fine, y'all don't want to listen to me? Bet I know what you will listen to. You like seeing nice things. You like seeing your people having nice things. Well, sometimes. But when you see your people having nice things and living a certain life, that's when you're like, wait a minute, how'd you do that? Hold up, sis, how you do that? Come here, let me talk to you. I can speak your language. Like, that's why I call myself OG Goddess Blaze. Like, I can speak the language of my people. My people don't speak. No, they don't. They're visual people. They're visual people. Heed that message. I'm not going to talk you to death, but really heed that message and stop being an asshole to your brothers and sisters. If you want to teach them, teach them. But if you're not willing to take a chill pill, G-check yourself, and learn that everybody learns at different paces, then you're not even meant to be a teacher or a leader, because real leaders can lead people at whatever stage they're in, and they're not judging them or loving them any less because they're not able to comprehend. Like, I even found myself at a point where I'm buying books after books after books after books after book after book after book after book. And I already know that I'm trying to eradicate anxiety from my whole existence. This ain't helping. All these books and all this pressure to learn all this shit was taking such a toll on my brain that I literally was like just looking at the books and started crying. Just thinking about everything that I need to do and just start crying. And it was coming from the pressure of these influencers that I'm following that are making me feel like I'm dumb because I don't know certain things. So I'm like, oh God, I gotta get this knowledge. No, you over here, like what? Y'all over here giving other people worse mental health disorders, if that makes sense. Like, no. Be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. And if you find yourself being a part of the problem in any way, shape, or form, sit your ass down, G-check yourself, and get back to it. Okay, I understand it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Certain things, yes. Lay that pen down, say that shit harsh, and say it. But a lot of stuff, you don't have to say the way that you say it. You just don't. You just don't. Because there was a time your ass didn't want to read either. There was a time your ass was not interested in knowledge of self either. Remember that. G-check yourself. I love you. OG Goddess Blaze. Out.